Today is Monday, August 21. I'm Pastor Michael, and this is Wilderness Wanderings. Today our text comes from Genesis 28. I am with you and will watch over you wherever you go, and I will bring you back to this land. I will not leave you until I have done what I have promised you. Genesis 28, verse 15. Those are the words of God to Jacob. The Christian faith is deeply rooted in the promises of God. As Hebrews 11 so famously puts it, now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. This is what the ancients were commended for. That's verses 1 and 2 of Hebrews 11. Being a Christian means that we believe there is more to life than this reality. There is more than what we can see with our eyes. There is something better in front of us. The writer of Hebrews tells us that many Old Testament saints were commended for living in this hope. Would we be commended in the same way? When I think about the spirituality of African slaves sold in the American marketplace, I think about a people who, while enduring unspeakable horrors, often saw the hope of the Christian gospel. That a strong gospel tradition remains among those so mistreated by folks claiming to be following Christ is beyond all human reason. But I digress. That is not what this devotional is about. Or maybe it is. You see, our text is a promise which God makes to Jacob, the son of Isaac, the son of Abraham. And God makes it in the context of Jacob's unbelief. Here is the story in a nutshell. When Rebekah was pregnant with twins, they jostled within her. She asked God why this was happening, and was told that the older would serve the younger. This was contrary to the normal cultural practice. As they were growing up, Isaac loved the older Esau, and Rebekah the younger Jacob. She wanted Jacob to receive the promise God had made to her, but doubted that God could pull it off. As a result of her doubt, she convinced Jacob to deceive both his father and his twin brother. The ruse worked, but when it was discovered, Jacob's twin vowed to kill his brother. So Jacob flees for his life. It is as Jacob flees that God interrupts his flight, not to send him back, but to speed him on his way, with the promise that God will bring him back. Jacob was living in the land of promise. Now he was fleeing because of his and his mother's unbelief. But God would bring him back. Wow. This is the gospel. Despite our disobedience and unbelief, God will complete his work of redemption. This is good news for all of us who find ourselves living in the land of sin. We are often tempted to think that our sin has derailed God's work. No. Despite our sinfulness and lack of faith, God continues to call us back to faith and hope. The fulfillment of his promises is not dependent on us. As Paul wrote to the Thessalonians, the one who calls you is faithful, and he will do it. Have you given up on the promises of God? What would it mean for you to pick them up again? How would it change the way that you live? Journey on with God's blessing. May God himself, the God who makes everything holy and whole, make you holy and whole, put you together, spirit, soul, and body, and keep you fit for the coming of our Master, Jesus Christ. The one who called you is completely dependable. If he said it, he'll do it. The amazing grace of Jesus Christ be with you.